The 1990 World Cup on TNT is being brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. By Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. By Tums, the sodium-free antacid that's rich in calcium. And by Coke Classic. You can't beat the real thing.
They have played 45 minutes in Naples and in semifinal game number 1, Italy with a 1-0 lead on Argentina. I'm Ernie Johnson in our TNT World Cup studio in Atlanta, joined today by U.S. goalkeeper Tony Meola. Tony, I'm going to talk to you all about Italy when we get around to that next segment. But right now, first half of this game, Italy with a 1-0 lead on Argentina.
Well, I think Italy's always a fun, attacking-minded team to watch play, and I had the better of the play in the first half. They've been able to do a good job on Diego Maradona. But Argentina is a very experienced team, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out and play in the second half.
Helps with Italy playing in front of the home folks, and we want to take a look at the first half highlights. 17 minutes in, that's when the first goal was scored, and it's a name we've heard a lot, Salvatore Schillaci, who will put home the rebound off of that shot, and it's 1-0. Italy with the lead, and Argentina unable to score. They have not had a lot of success putting the ball into the net in World Cup 1990, and Salvatore Schillaci, that is number 5 for him. He is tied for the lead for the Golden Boot with Skurabi of Czechoslovakia. The other semifinal match comes your way tomorrow afternoon. The winner of this game takes on the winner of West Germany and England. They square off at 1:55 here on TNT. And coming up, another Michelin travel log. Tony Meola talks about his travels to Italy for World Cup 1990 when we come back. And welcome back to World Cup 1990. We have a rather different Michelin travelogue this time around since Tony Meola is in the studio with us. We want to ask you exactly what it was like over there, not only playing, but just being in Italy for World Cup 90.
Well, obviously, with the excitement of the World Cup, playing in the World Cup was the most exciting part for the team. I think being a part of the whole country, watching games every day and watching how the fans really react was real interesting to see how a country really gets behind their team, and hopefully when the World Cup comes here in '94, we'll experience the same feeling.
We read in the papers from some guys who said, you know, we really can't get a feel. We're kind of isolated from everybody in our training facility. Did you get the real fervor of World Cup over there?
Well, with all the coverage that there is of the World Cup, we could get a good feel. We were about an hour and a half away from Comunale Stadium in Florence. That was kind of interesting to see where we were put. But I think the team really got excited about the whole World Cup being the third or fourth game in the tournament, being able to watch a few games before and seeing how the players reacted, how the fans reacted, and I think we did a good job.
Can you tell me what it was like when you walked into the stadium in Rome? You got 83,000 people screaming for Italy. A little tight there, Tony?
The time that I was most tight in the World Cup was you know, when we walked out to warm up for the game against Italy. The fans were booing, they were yelling, whistling, and whatnot, and you know, the thing that loosened me up the most was David Vanoli, our backup goalkeeper, really irked the fans on a little bit, and that was kind of exciting. It put a little laugh into everyone's body, and that eased the jitters a little bit for us.
And quickly, when you got home, what a great welcome in Kearny, New Jersey.
I tell you, it was a welcome that I don't think anyone could ever experience. It was like winning an NBA championship or winning the Super Bowl. We went back to Kearny. Myself, John, and Tab had the warmest reception we've ever had in our lives. There had to be between 10 and 15,000 people on Kearny Ave saluting us, and there were tears and there were great speeches, and it was exciting. It was like getting to the second round for us.
All right, Tony Meola, thank you very much for joining us here. We'll talk to you again in just a couple of minutes. Still to come, the second half of Italy and Argentina. Tony Meola and I will be back right after this. And welcome back to World Cup 1990. It is tough for a team to advance to this point of World Cup play without a hot goalkeeper, and the 4 remaining surely fit the bill. Tony Meola is with us, and he certainly is a pretty fair keeper himself. Let's take a look at the 4 guys who are between the pipes here as we are in the semifinal round. Number 1, Peter Shilton of England. The guy is 40 years old, plays like he's your age.
Well, yeah, Peter at 40 is the oldest goalkeeper in the World Cup. He's the most capped international goalkeeper ever, most capped player ever, and I think he's the guy that England needs to look to keep them in the game.
What makes him so good?
Well, he's very quick. He's kept fit all his life, and I think that's what makes him a very good goalkeeper.
Bodo Illgner of West Germany, not stellar, but he's been solid.
Yes, Bodo's been very steady. Only tested once in the first few rounds, giving up a goal to Colombia, a late goal, and it'll be interesting to see how he does if Germany's defense breaks down.
Argentina's Sergio Goycochea, the guy who stopped the penalty kick the other day, and that's what's made him famous so far.
Well, Goycochea is probably the hero in Argentina right now, keeping their World Cup hopes alive of repeating, and I think he's got to play a big part of, Argentina's game.
And your personal favorite, Italy's Walter Zenga.
Yeah, I think Walter Zenga is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. He's been very steady for Italy, and he's a very important part of their defense.
What makes him as good as he is?
Well, he's always had a good attitude about the game, always, very aggressive goalkeeper, very big, very good in the air, and, he really controls the defense very well.
Tony Meola has been our guest here in the studio. He'll be here again after the ball game. A reminder that semifinal game 2 comes your way tomorrow as England meets West Germany, airtime on TNT 155. And just ahead, the second half, Argentina and Italy. It's the World Cup live on TNT.